with potential brimming as bright as the sun. The newest Knight of the Round Table arrives in Fate Grand Order via the Friend Point gacha, in the form of 2-star Lancer, Gareth. On the surface, she appears to be another low-rarity taunting Lancer in the same vein as Leonidas. However, her true potential lies elsewhere. Just as her fellow knights declare she has potential for great power, Chaldea gives her the opportunity to unleash this in a way life never did, and in a surprising manner, that of an exceptional, single-target boss killer. Similar to fellow 2-star Lancers Musashibo Benkei and Leonidas, Gareth has party protection potential through her 1-turn taunt skill, Ring of Transformation rank B. This provides her a 40% defensive buff as well, in a manner similar to Georgius, albeit only for that 1 turn, and an NP gain buff of 20%, which resembles that of Leonidas, although the value is lower and again it's just for 1 turn. To ensure her survival, she has high base health, even higher than either Georgius or Benkei. She also comes with a gut skill, Battle Continuation rank C, which only lasts for 3 turns, thus being the lowest ranked Battle Continuation skill in the game thus far. However, this taunting niche is not an end but rather a means to her actual role, and that is of a single target, boss killer. The true function of Gareth's taunt is to kickstart her actual niche as a single target boss killer. She performs this role admirably through her noble phantasm, Ira Lupus. Coming with a built-in ignore invincibility, it is effective in taking down high-powered enemies and opposing servants. However, on its own, its damage is somewhat mediocre, likely owing to Gareth having one of the lowest base attacks in Fate's Grand Order, and yet, symbolic of a warrior with immense latent talent, it is Gareth's kit that holds the key to unlocking her true damage potential. To make best use of Gareth, and really capture this innate potential, requires using her 3 skills in tandem. This begins by filling up her NP gauge, first through her second skill, Gareth Beaumont, which provides a 20% NP battery, and the second is her third skill, Ring of Transformation, which as previously noted, has a 20% NP gain buff for 1 turn. The attached taunt also allows her to gain some extra battery by being attacked by enemies. It should be noted that it is vital to use these 2 skills simultaneously, and this is because of their other effects. Gareth makes up for her pitiful base attack with one of the most powerful steroids of any free-to-play servant in Fate Grand Order. This is granted by the aforementioned Gareth Beaumont, which grants a 3-turn buff, wherein every time Gareth is attacked, her own attack is increased by up to 20% for 1 attack over 5 turns. This is where Ring of Transformation comes into play. Its taunt significantly increases the chances of Gareth being attacked, thereby triggering the buff up to 3 times over that turn. To ensure she doesn't accidentally perish, it is best to deploy Battle Continuation here. At this point, Masters are left with 2 options. The first is to immediately use her newly buffed Noble Phantasm. This also allows for 2 extra turns of enhanced single attack damage, as the buff granting for when she is attacked lasts for 3 turns. However, given that Gareth is not a particularly strong looper, and her normal attacks are quite abysmal, this fails to maximize her damage, although this is traded for convenience. However, should Masters instead wait, bide their time and have RNG on their side, then it is possible to stack this attack buff up to 9 times. This allows Gareth to unleash her full potential against her enemies, with a 180% attack buff. Now this does require some luck regarding command card distribution, as in order to stack this buff over multiple turns, requires avoiding using her command cards completely. Yet, if they are successful, Masters will find themselves with a very powerful boss killer indeed, especially when Gareth is buffed by fitting supports. Being a low rarity single target boss killer with a Buster Noble Phantasm, Gareth is fairly easy to support. She generally requires 4 things: damage buffs, NP batteries, some form of protection from the hits she must take to improve her attack, and finally, additional taunts, as the more she is attacked, the higher the number of buffs. To that extent, there are a plethora of excellent support options, including Merlin, Florence Nightingale, and Minamoto no Raito Lancer, as well as several free-to-play alternatives, like William Shakespeare, Leonidas, and Paul Bunyan. However, one of the most interesting options is her fellow new 2-star servant, Cheng Gong. In addition to providing a healthy 50% Buster buff, he also provides 10% NP battery in addition to additional defense, and unlike almost every other example here, a taunt through Scapegoat rank E, therefore providing all 4 of the tools that she needs. In fact, in a double Cheng Gong lineup, Gareth can have taunt placed on her for all 3 turns, thus guaranteeing maximum potential in terms of racking up her attack buff. With these supports in tow, it is entirely possible for Gareth to hit over 250,000 in damage from a free-to-play lineup alone. Gareth is a top-tier low-rarity archer and berserker boss killer, and I encourage everyone to roll for her when she becomes available this 4th anniversary. She's also set to get another buff in 2 years' time, with her battle continuation skill being upgraded to the Wolf Never Sleeps rank B++. This gives her an all-new critical damage niche that changes the game when it comes to whether she should stack her buffs or be willing to spread them out, as now she can use them for critical damage in addition to her Noble Phantasm, but we'll discuss that closer to the time. As for now, I fully recommend that you roll for Gareth when she comes out, along with many of the other free-to-play servants that I'll be looking to cover over the coming days as the anniversary approaches. I want to thank you all for watching. I've been CNJunes. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.